Morning, MPC. Magandang umaga, Chief Presidential Legal Counsel and Spokesperson Secretary Salvador Panelo.
Good morning. I'm ready.
First
Ace!
uh,
Ace kagad na nakataas eh.
Ace, and after Ace, Tuesday. Mike, please.
Sec, can you elaborate on the president's statement last night that he will not sign any illegal document? Was he referring to the controversies surrounding the 29 budget and the supposed last-minute amendments introduced by House leaders?
Well, generally he's referring to anything that will fall under the prohibitive clause of the Constitution. Anything that is illegal, unconstitutional, he will not be a part of that. Right now, there is a controversy between the House and the Senate. The Senate claims that the itemization of the 79 billion funds is unconstitutional. But the House claims that it is not. Let us see.
Can it be viewed as some sort of a warning or maybe an appeal that you should not put amendments or last-minute changes to the budget after you ratified it?
Well, it could mean that way. It could also mean that you settle your differences together so that we can have a new budget. I understand that we'll be having a meeting tonight. Maybe that's the agenda for them to trash out whatever differences they have.
So what could be the talking points of the president during the meeting?
You know, the style of the president, he listens. He listens and they let the protagonists settle among themselves. Kumbaga, moderator lang siya.
Thank you, Sec.
Thank you, Ace. Tuesday on budget or other issue? Budget.
Follow-up lang.
Follow-up, okay.
May
Tuesday.
tanong na ni Ace. Sir, ano po ang ini-expect natin na posibleng lumabas sa bibig mamaya ni Presidente during the meeting with the senators? Makikiusap kaya siya?
Definitely in DPI. As I said, parang moderator lang siya. Makikinig lang yun. Baka I'm just speculating. He may have brought the two together just so that they can talk and discuss.
Will you be there in the meeting, sir?
No, because I have another event to attend to, previously scheduled. Unless of course, the president says I have to be there.
Thank you, Tuesday. Still on the budget. Joyce, okay. Joyce, Ina, RJ.
Budget?
Joyce, Ina, RJ.
Sir, will the President make sure na after no meeting niya with the leaders of the Congress, mapaplan siya na yung issue on budget?
Yeah, hindi naman si presidente yan, di ba? That will depend on the two houses.
Pero yun ang goal ni President that after meeting them today,
Yes, of course. The goal of all branches of the government is to unite and have as a goal the welfare of the people.
can we say, sir, that after their meeting ngayon ay plansyado na yung issue and matatransmit na eventually yung copy of the
We
budget?
hope for the best.
Okay na, Joyce. Ina, RJ, then Joseph. Okay.
Hi, sir. Sir, as Chief Presidential Legal Counsel, is it legal for congressmen to make last-minute amendments or to amend the budget after it's been approved by both houses in joint Congress?
You know, as a lawyer, I always say that there are as many opinions as there are lawyers. It's a gray area. It's a gray area. It's the Supreme Court will have to decide on that. But they don't have to raise that as an issue. They can just agree with each other.
But the fact is, senators have raised it as an issue, and now you're saying that perhaps only the Supreme Court could settle it?
No, the final arbiter of any legal issue will be the Supreme Court. But why do you have to go to the Supreme Court if you can settle it among yourselves?
So there's no opinion on your part as legal counsel of the president. Aren't you going to advise the president on ano ba dapat, sino ba ang tama dun sa dalawa?
We will discuss it if the issue is raised before me. So far, it has not been raised.
Thank you, Ina. RJ, then Joseph.
Sir, kaninong initiative itong meeting, sir?
Ayan ang hindi ko alam. Naalaman ko lang yan kay Joseph. Hindi ko alam kung sino nag-initiate.
Sir, sino-sino yung mga senators and congressmen who will
Ang
be
alam ko
there?
lang si Senate President saka si Speaker. Okay. So, baka si baka si Senate President lang.
Sir, will you be there again?
Walang notice sa akin na kailangan ko nandun.
Pero would you want to be there?
Kung sasabihan ako. Kasi I have an event to attend to tonight. 2 events, in fact.
All right, thank you, sir.
Okay, maraming salamat, RJ. Later na kay Joseph. Other issues, MPC? Still on the budget. Okay, Alexis.
Sec clarification. So what will make the 2019 budget an illegal document?
Oh, if it goes against the Constitution, like what the Supreme Court said. The Supreme Court said that's illegal to have, ano sabi niya, lump sum na wala sa budget. Yun. Wala naman yata sa ngayon na gano'n. Di ba?
Yung last minute changes post-ratification, will that make it illegal?
Ano kasi yun, gray area. Kasi hati ang mga abogado niyan eh. Pwedeng illegal, pwedeng hindi. Kasi ang point nila is, since wala pang enrolled bill, how can it be legal? Ang sabi naman nila, since tapos na sa BICAM, any alignment or tinkering will be illegal.
So as the President's
Parang both sides pwede eh. Kaya nga sabi ko, isettle nyo na lang yan dahil hindi ko maintindihan ba't sila nag-aaway tungkol sa 75 billion eh.
Pero as the President's Chief Legal Advisor,
Well,
what,
if he
what are
asks
your
me,
thoughts on that?
If he asks me, then I will render my opinion.
Aralin nyo muna.
The moment he asks me.
So aralin nyo
But
muna.
knowing he is a very good lawyer, baka hindi na magtanong yan.
Sige, Sec. Salamat.
Thank you, Alexis. Still on the budget or shift na tayo sa iba? Budget, okay, Joseph.
So right now, the president has already made a judgment, no?
No,
On the-
not on the budget. Ang sinasabi niya as a general rule, he will not sign an illegal document.
No, because he was referring to the budget yesterday. It was premised. He mentioned first that there's some intramurals between the House and the Senate, and then he said that he said that I cannot sign any ano yung direct quote niya? Any document that would be illegal. Anything that is illegal. So right now, do you think that's already a judgment
No,
on the status of the budget?
I don't think so. Kasi a lawyer will always listen to both sides. Kung anong mabigat, dun siya pupunta. Kung alin mas maganda para sa kanyang pananaw. He has to listen. Siguro, that's why they're meeting tonight. Both sides will be articulating their legal views on the matter.
Okay, sir. So right now, ang problema kasi dyan, sir, after the BICAM ratification, gumalaw, no, yung House. So meaning, for it to, ang sinasabi ng Senate, para mawala yung problem na yan, just return to the BICAM version. Is that what the palace wants?
Wala naman sinasabi si Presidente yan ang gusto niya. Basta ang gusto niya, i-submit nyo na nang malaman ko na kung tama yung ginawa nyo o mali. He
So,
will have to evaluate it himself.
So pwede rin niya, sir, i-allow yung movements ng House budget?
Pwede niyang i-allow, pwede niya rin i-veto, depende sa kanyang ano.
But as a matter of principle, sir, in terms of maybe transparency or corruption, anti-corruption drive, would you think he would retain it?
Ako, kung tatanungin mo, view ko doon, yung amendment nila, kung ipinasok uli nila sa plenary session yun at inapprove, baka malakas ang position nila na they have not done anything illegal. Pero kung ayaw naman ang problema, kung ayaw naman ng Senado, they will insist. Meron silang bone of contention. Kaya that's why I think they will be resolving that tonight.
Pero sir, principle, question
Ako, I will make an educated guess. I think they will be settled. They will be settled. Kasi alam nila that any reenacted budget will affect the operations of the government. maraming maapektuhan eh. Kaya alam naman nila yun. Kaya siguro, that's why they have by themselves initiated this dialogue.
It prefers that we really get 2019, correct?
Oh yes, definitely.
So by how do we achieve that, sir?
Oh, edi, tonight we will know.
So hindi yun, sir, parang the president telegraphing what he wants to the Senate and then the House.
Eh, gusto lang nilang, siguro gusto niyang mapakinggan yung sides ng both.
Okay.
Thank you, Joseph. Maricel, other topic? Other topic?
Sir, good morning.
Morning,
Sir,
morning.
with regards kay GM Balutan, what happened, sir? Why is there a clarification with regards to the Malacanang
Because
statement?
the resignation came after the announcement.
So,
Kaya, kumagana late yung announcement. Eh.
what does it
In
mean?
fact, I was talking to him. Sabi ko, ba't kasi hindi na, parang nag-delay lang daw. Kaya tuloy nagka-problema.
What does it mean, sir? He was fired before he submitted his resignation
No, you must
letter?
remember, di ba, sabi ni Presidente, pag may mga serious allegations of corruption, yung whip lang nga eh. Eh, matagal nang iniimbestigahan yun, di ba? Sa House, meron lang ang findings ng House eh.
Mhm.
But si General Balutan, in fairness to him, he said, since meron mga serious allegations sa akin, I will resign out of delicadeza because of serious allegations of corruption. Kung baga, whether he was fired on that basis at nag-resign siya on that basis, isa pa rin ang naging basis. There is a serious allegation of corruption. On his side, he wants to have an investigation on that. And he would not want to be viewed as clinging to opposition when there are serious allegations of corruption to him. Si Presidente naman, ayaw niya ng a whiff of corruption. At since marami nang nagre-reklamo, dami nang pati sa House, minabuti niyang, ang problema nga nauna yung, nahuli yung kanyang resignation.
Meaning, sir, so how did you learn that he resigned and he was not fired?
Nung dumating yung letter of resignation,
So was there a discussion between the president and GM Balutan that he needs to leave his position in
hindi na,
PCSO?
wala na.
Was he
Kami,
asked to
kami
resign?
nag-usap kahapon, di ba? Sabi ko sa'yo, nag-usap kami kahapon.
So there was a meeting, sir, between you and GM Balutan?
Yeah,
What?
kahapon. After, when I learned that there was a resignation letter, tinignan ko yung resignation, meron nga.
Mhm. And ano yung napag-usapan, sir?
Well, sabi niya, siyempre, he's defending himself. He said he really wants an investigation. And I told him I will write a memo to the president and request the president to grant your request for an investigation. Okay naman sa kanya.
Sir, what particular issue po yung naging dahilan bakit nag-resign si GM Balutan? What
Marami
particular
di ba?
corruption
Yung
issue?
first, di ba yung sa House, merong findings ang COA. Yung mga certain STL hindi cannot reach their goal, tapos nire-renew. Tapos meron pang incident daw doon na may mga dalang pera na dinala sa kung anong floor yun. But sinasabi niya naman, hindi sa kwarto ko yun. Sa kwarto yun ng ibang board of directors. Tapos sinasabi niya rin na they're saying na ako nag-renew, but it's not true because it's the board decision, not mine. At tinanggal na nila sa akin yun. O kaya sabi niya, gusto ko malaman ng tao na hindi ako yun. But since they're charging me with corruption, sabi niya, out of delicadeza, resign na ako.
Did the president accept his resignation, sir?
I think so.
Thank you.
Nestor muna. Nestor, RJ.
Tsaka
Ilan.
isa pa, irrevocable. Nakita ko yung letter. Irrevocable resignation.
Sir, in your initial statement on Balutan, you mentioned that he was fired due to serious corruption allegations. Was it the president who told you that he was fired due to corruption allegations?
Not him directly.
But from the office of the president? Sino, sir? Because
Basta doon sa lugar niyang yun. Pero hindi ko siya nakausap.
okay, sir. So, what's next now for GM Balutan? Did the president ordered an investigation or
I'm writing a memo nga precisely for that. Yan ang naging usapan namin. But I think si General Balutan, okay na sa kanya yun, yung clarification, Yun lang naman ang ano niya, na hindi siya, he was not fired. But I'm really resigning something, irrevocable, until the president decides otherwise.
What memo were you referring, sir?
Na yung letter of resignation niya. Me, I will write a memo to the president. Since there is a request, I will suggest that the request be granted, that there be an investigation.
Okay, sir. Thank you.
RJ, then Ina. Tapos Joseph.
Sir, did you apologize to him for your announcement that he was fired?
Hindi nga, kasi in fact, parang he was partly to blame eh. Kasi supposed to be, nag-resign siya on Friday. Pero nag-resign siya the following day eh, na late. Kaya naintindihan niya rin.
So no need for an apology on your part.
No, kasi yung akin, good faith din eh. Hindi ko rin alam eh, na nag-resign siya. So, pero sa kanya, okay. Basta nag-uusap kami, okay na okay sa kanya.
Thank you, sir.
Sir, medyo confusing eh.
Oh, ano na naman?
You said the announcement of the firing came first
Yes.
before the resignation.
Mm.
So he was fired first.
No.
And now also you're saying dapat nag-resign ng Friday, which I assume you...
He intended to resign na from the very start. But
And-
the resignation letter came after the announcement.
Oh, yun na nga. So he was fired first.
Ano, no?
He was fired first.
No, the announcement came
Before.
the resignation. But he really resigned. Apparently, may usapan sila. Hindi ko alam kung anong usapan nila na magre-resign siya.
Sinong may usapan, sir?
I'm not sure kung exactly kung sinong kausap niya. Basta, hindi niya sinabi sa akin eh. Pagkakaintindi ko lang sa kanya. Hindi na ako nagtatanong. Kasi, alam nyo, huwag na nating palakin kasi mismong yung tao na nagsasabing okay na sa akin.
No, because, sir, of course, there's a big difference between getting fired and offering to resign.
No, but we cannot be more popish than the Pope. The General Balutan says, I'm glad na merong clarification. Okay na ito
Did you
na.
talk to the president himself about the issue? Did he fire or ano?
No, I did ask him, but I showed him the clarification. He said, okay.
The president.
Yes, he read it.
So sorry, sir. Again, it's unclear where the
he
firing
re-
statement came from. If apparently you supposedly know of this plan to resign and yet you announced him to be
Sa akin,
fired.
hindi na importante. The important thing to me is General Balutan himself said, okay na sa akin.
Okay, thank you, sir.
Okay. Bombo, Tina, tapos Joseph. Okay. Raymond.
Sir, who asked or ordered you to make and release your statement that he is being fired?
Ano?
Who ordered you or asked you to release an statement?
O, hindi, saan ba manggagaling yun? Di sa Office of the President. But to me, wag na nating ano yan. Alam mo, you're adding salt to a wound. Sinasabi na nga ng tao okay na sa akin to. Wag na nating palakihin. Let's respect the process. He felt that he should resign at wag nang pag-aralan yung nasaktan pa siya. Sinasabi niya na nga, okay na sa kanya.
So kasi parang...
Why don't you ask him na lang? Para mas maganda siguro. Kasi we should be more concerned kung anong feeling niya.
So kasi pag it's an order from the president or from the office of the president that he is being fired, ang dating kasi ng being fired is there is already a probable cause or prima facie against him on the
Prima facie lang, but it's not proved beyond reasonable doubt. The fact na pumayag ang palas sa clarification means something else, di ba? Kaya nga okay na kay General Balutan yun.
So regardless of the guilt from your end, you are convinced na there is enough reason for him to be fired.
Hindi ba sabi ni Presidenta, whiff of corruption nga? Kung mismong House ang nagsasabi na merong findings na kailangan, sinasabi nga ni Senator Lacson, kailangan imbestigahan. Si Gatchalian din, sinasabi niya, he should be behind bars na nga. Yun pa nga, marami na nga spekulasyon Kaya nga, I think General Balutan is happy that we made a clarification.
Okay, thank you, sir.
Tina, tapos si Joseph.
Sir, that is why it is important that we always get the information right from your office. Para hindi from sourcing na.
Yeah, that is why also we make clarification if there is a need for one.
Kasi
But it is not a retraction. It is
Kasi
a clarification.
I think last Friday
No.
there were sources. There were some news reports quoting sources reliable from Malacanang also. Then later on na namin nakuha.
In fact, ang reklamo nga ni General Balutan sa akin, sabi niya, yung media, parang pinagsasabong tayo, yung side ko, saka side ninyo.
And now they are
Yan
blaming
na.
the media.
Kasi tinanong ko siya, sabi ko, I read something about you threatening. No, sabi ko, that never came from me. Wala akong ganung threat. Threatening the power. Sabi niya, did you say na powerful group? No, I never mentioned that. I don't even know where that came from. Sabi niya.
Anyway, sir, sino ang mag-iimbestiga?
Depende, kung kunin ka agad ng ombudsman, di sa kanya na. Pwede rin, pwede yung Office of the President.
Joseph? Mike, please. Joseph, excuse me. Pair muna ng mic. Wala audio? Okay.
Sir, you mentioned something in passing kanina, no, in terms of, with regard to allegations of corruption, and you mentioned something about money coming to certain floors in the office.
Yeah, that was...
Can you elaborate more, please?
Ang nagkwento sa akin yan, si General Balutan. Doon daw sa House Committee investigation, parang may nag-aakusa daw sa kanya na nakatanggap siya ng pera because may dumating doon na package of money doon sa 8th floor ba o 12th floor. Basta sinasabi niya, whatever, but the floor that the money was brought to was not my office. That's the floor of other directors, not me. Yan ang sinasabi niya. Kaya gusto kong maimbestigahan din yun kung sino yun. Kung sino ang nagdala ng pera, sino ang tumanggap ng pera. Definitely hindi siya yun.
And the money is supposedly for what?
Hindi ko alam. Whatever. Kung ano yung perang yun.
He didn't mention anything.
Palagay ko, you will find that out sa committee investigation. Di ba,
Pero sir, the committee hearing was March 5, and he resigned March 8.
9.
Saturday?
March 9.
Sir, no. Friday.
Saturday, nag-resign. March 9, dumating yung letter niya.
I resigned. Pero yung announcement niya po pala, sir. It was 8, I think. So anyway, sir, so there's a difference of maybe 3 days. How much of a factor was this particular incident in his decision to resign?
Basta sabi niya, because of those serious allegations, mag-resign siya.
So serious allegations against him.
Against him.
Yung pera na umakyat sa PCSO.
Hindi lang yun, maraming allegations sa kanya, di ba? Yung isang director niya, daming sinasabi sa radyo.
Sino, sir?
Sino ba yung isang director doon? Ano pangalan niya? Babae. Sino yun? Hindi.
So sir, ano yun? Paano yun? So one director is alleging that he's corrupt? Ganun ba yan?
Hindi ba? Dami siyang sinasabi sa radyo. Kaya gusto niya ng investigasyon.
Sir, sino po yung director? Just so it does not come.
Di ba Sandra Camo pangalan?
Okay. And then sir, so it's going to be like Sandra versus GM Balutan, yes?
Ay, ebidensya yan. You have to prove your charges.
And the palace is interested in investigating who's telling the truth between the two?
Well, definitely, we're interested kung merong corruption sa party ng PCSO. Kahit sino sa kanila.
Alright, sir. So that's why you were recommending to the president that we conduct. And it's going to be the OP is going to investigate.
Depende kay presidente. Pwede kasi ombudsman. Kasi baka on its own, biglang inimbestigahan ng ombudsman.
Alright, sir. Thank you.
Tuesday doon pa rin sa issue. Okay. Pagkatapos, after Tuesday...
Pero siguro, ako, baka ang recommendation ko, ibigay na lang sa ombudsman. Kasi office sila lahat eh. Para independent.
So sir, sino na po ang napili kung meron man na si Presidente na ipalit kay General
Wala pa.
Balutan?
Wala. Sabi niya kahapon, naghahanap siya.
Mm.
Okay, Tuesday. Nestor? Still on former GM Balutan.
Sir Balutan, over the weekend, ano ba to? I think it's in a text message to the Inquirer said, and I quote, I told all PCSO employees when I assumed as general manager in 2016 that if somebody from the office of the president, the Congress, ask or order me to do something which I cannot stomach, I will resign.
I think you should ask him that.
He
I cannot
mentioned-
respond to that because that is his text message.
Did he mention to you this yesterday, sir?
No. You ask him.
Thank you, Nestor. MPC, okay na tayo sa PCSO? Other matters? No more? Joseph? Other matters?
Sir, ISIS.
ISIS?
There's a report from
ISIS?
ISIS.
Oh, ICC.
New York Times. ISIS.
Okay.
Are you drawing a parallel between the two? So, sir, ISIS first, no? The terrorist group. There's a report in the New York Times
Mm.
that said that because the ISIS forces are dwindling in the Middle East, we're now emerging as a possible parang ano bang tawag dito? Hindi man command center, but excuse me for a word. Parang base ng ISIS.
Dito?
Yes. And recent events parang point to that. And then there is parang recruitment of youth in Mindanao. So, first question, do you share that conclusion, sir, based on the report that we are indeed becoming a base of the ISIS, given also what the president had said before when he said that there's dark clouds looming and ISIS is going to be a problem? Do you believe that we are emerging as a base for ISIS?
I will have to ask the Department of National Defense because they're the ones monitoring the movements of these people.
And if so, sir, is it a cause for concern for the government?
Well,
that we have
definitely. Then we should undertake measures to prevent that from happening.
Raymond? ISIS?
Sir, dun sa madalas pa rin na pag-atake ni Pangulong Duterte sa ilang mga pari at ilang obispo. So may mga reaction kasi na baka daw abuso naman na ito sa freedom of speech. Yung paulit-ulit na lang na pag-atake doon sa ilang mga pari. And eventually, yun nga, may some priests are reporting of threats from unknown suspects.
First, yung threats. Alam mo, as I've repeatedly said to Joseph in a text message, the easiest and the most convenient way to send threats is by text messages because you cannot trace it. So itong mga threats na sinasabing natanggap nila, ang daming probabilities. It could be coming from pranksters. Could be coming from anti-Duterte trolls. It could be coming from mga kaaway ng mga pare. So hindi natin alam. And it is unfair to be pointing to the president as behind it. Lalo pa, sinasabi nila, last month pa raw nila nakukuha. Meron ng salita si presidente, matindi yung salita niya na huwag niyong gagalawin ng mga pare at mga obispo.
Yun sir, sa question na hindi ba parang abuse of the freedom of the speech yung paulit-ulit na ganun, and also baka others' rights are being violated of this
Hindi naman,
expression.
kasi general naman siya magsalita, wala naman siyang pinipinpoint specific individual except yung nag-abuso sa kanya na namatay na. General yung kanya.
Last point sir, pero curious lang kasi di ba pag yung mga pari usually they do not make public of their numbers kasi pag text. So di ba pag ang nakakaalam lang, ang may kakayahan lang usually ay yung mga nasa intelligence or any who has the know-how to trace or get the personalized numbers?
Not really. Alam mo, like us for instance, sino ba nakakalam ng mga numbers natin kundi tayo-tayo rin? Yung circle din natin. So yung kung meron bibigay sa akin ng threat o sa inyo, dun din sa circle natin ang gagaling yon. O kaya dun sa mga kaibigan ng ka-circle natin.
Sige sir, so sila lang din pala sa circle nila.
Ano?
So you are saying na most likely, sila lang din galing sa circle din nila yung threat.
Lahat naman niya probable. Kaya nga sinasabi ko sa inyo na mahirap i-trace eh. Kasi it could be, kung nalaman ng text mo nga yan, ito yung number niya, o di, lulokoy natin. Mahirap yung mahirap din yung mag-akusa eh.
Salamat, Raymond. Follow up lang doon sa issue. RJ, follow up lang si Tuesday. Other topic follow up lang si Tuesday doon sa issue.
Sir, follow up lang. Ang sabi po kasi ng mga lumantad na pari kahapon, yung sinabi ni Presidente before na habulin niyo ang mga pari, patayin niyo ang mga pari at obispo. Dahil coming from the President, para doon sa iba, policy na raw po yun. Kaya ganun na nga daw yung nangyayari ngayon based sa experience nila. Hindi po ba pwede na ma-advisean si Presidente na hintuin na yung pagsasalita laban sa
You don't
mga
need to
pari?
advise him. He already
sa-
made an announcement to don't touch the
Yes,
priests
sir,
and the
but
bishops.
After that, sir, hanggang ngayon, mayroon pa rin siyang mga ganong statements.
Yun ang
sa
style
kanyang
ni
mga
Presidente.
speech.
Ano ba ang
para hindi na, sir, madagdagan.
No. Let me be clear to all of you. Yung si Presidente, ganun ang estilo niya ever since. And yet, look at the survey. Tinanggap na siya ng tao. Hindi naniniwala tapos siya, patay. Kahapon nga, parang kung kahapon ba yun, the other speech, sabi niya, I'll kill you. Tapos in-explain niya yung kill you. That means law enforcement will arrest you. In-explain niya eh. In other words, talagang ganun ang estilo niya. Pero hindi naman ganun ang ibig niya sabihin. At alam na ng tao yun eh. Tagal nang alam. Natatawa na lang ang tao, di ba? Ginagamit na lang ng mga kritiko to put him in a bad light.
So, sir, yung mga sinasabi ni Presidente, hindi natin pwedeng i-take ngayon as policy.
No, kung yung mga outburst niya lang on a particular na yung, kasi biktima siya eh. You cannot remove that from him. Naging biktima siya eh. Natural lang yun na nagagalit siya.
Salamat, Tuesday. Other matters, RJ?
Sir, may official
RJ.
order na ba from Palace on water crisis in Metro Manila?
Ang alam ko, yung in charge yan, ginagawa na nila ng paraan dun sa water crisis.
So no words from Palace on this?
We were informed that they are doing something about it already.
All right, thank you.
MPC? No more? Thank you. Nestor?
Sir, just an update on the President's position on the legalization of medical marijuana.
Oh yeah, but this tinanong. I asked him outright, sabi ko, Mr. President, yung sa legalization ng marijuana. Absolute? Yes. He doesn't like. Kasi ang feeling niya, you will be using that as an excuse. Baka lumaki lang. Not during my time, sabi niya. Sa ibang panahon siguro, sabi niya.
Okay.
Saka, ang sabi niya pa, dinagdagan niya, dapat yung mga medical muna ang mag-decide yan kung talagang totoong nakakagamot yan. Kasi sa ngayon, sabi niya, hindi naman kumbaga hindi definitive ang findings. May nagsasabing pwede, may nagsasabing hindi. So he doesn't want to risk the spread of addiction in this country.
Okay. We will take last two questions, Alexis and Argil. Alexis, last question kay Argil.
Sec, what prompted the President to change his mind about marijuana? Meron bang particular incident na nagkumbinsi sa kanya na baguhin yung kanyang...
Wala eh. Palagi ko naisip niya lang yung yung explanation niya.
But you mentioned about yung research from the medical community. So he is open to amending his position if there are
Eh
studies.
kung definitive na ang finding, siguro he might change his mind. Sa ngayon, siguro baka nabasa niyo yung sinasabi ng iba na hindi naman, case-to-case basis. Mahirap. Ako, I agree with him now that when you open it, there are, naman ng mga Pilipino, ang gagaling natin eh. There are many ways. Baka lalong mag-spread nga. Eh, ayaw niya nga ng addiction eh. Tapos bibigyan mo ng opening yung isa. Ayaw niya yan.
So not within his term.
Not within his term.
Okay, thank you, Sec.
Last question. RJ. None? Wala na. MPC, maraming salamat. Maraming salamat, Presidential
Thank
Chief
you.
Legal
Bakit happy
Counsel.
weekend?
spokesperson.
Miyerkules lang ah.
Back to Radyo Pilipinas and PTV4.